Hello, 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 and welcome to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. We have a special treat. I know y'all been waiting all week for this, been all excited. So are we. We got a good subject for you today, so get ready. Is it a curse or is it a choice? The single life. But before we get to that subject, we're going to go ahead and bring our guest in. So, to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour, I bring in right now the co-host, Mr. Dwight Robinson. Also, we have Tanise, Keisha, and King D. All right, all right, all right. How are you beautiful people doing today?
Blessed.
Good.
Real blessed.
Pretty good.
Been a long week, haven't it?
Yes.
I know y'all been anxious to get to this subject.
Oh yeah.
And I see right now from my last show, King D is famous right now. Got people inboxing me wondering, is he going to be on there to bring the show to some laughter?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
They like the outspokenness.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the subject. The percentage of marriage has lessened tremendously, but due to that percentage, being single is not at a high. Why do you think that could be? Because single life now, it seems like you hear more about it than you do about weddings or even somebody being married for a long period of time. Anyone could jump in.
Oh, I just
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. For real. No, I think you're talking about like this, the people talking about being single more than they want to get married and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you're seeing it more too.
It's glorified.
Yes.
It's definitely glorified.
Yes. I prefer not getting married. That's just me.
But it's glorified. It's a negative thing, though. It's not positive. It's not positive. It's a negative thing. It used to be where being single was not the thing to need.
Yeah, it was more weddings and more marriages, and even people saying, "Well, I've been married for 50 years." I mean, it's like now they're not even lasting that long.
They last like 2, 3 years, 16 months, whatever you want to call it.
No,
they're husband marriages.
I think it's the lack of commitment.
A lack of what?
I think it's the lack of commitment.
Definitely.
Commitment. They don't want to commit to, trouble. If any kind of trouble, they go. There's no getting it out or talking it out anymore. Just go.
Yeah. But do you also think that sometimes they say, well, you know what? I'm getting the milk for free, so what's the point?
I agree, Spicy. I mean, a lot of guys feel that way, and I'm gonna tell you another reason. Women outnumber men, so they're gonna try to take all the candy they can get. So they'll just if you don't, I'll find another woman that will. So a lot of guys just prefer not to get married today.
Yeah.
I mean, women they don't want to get married today.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot of like, no, I'm not hearing that. I'm not getting married ever again, and it's like that number is rising tremendously.
Because if people don't even take, I hate to even say it, people don't take vows like they used to. They don't.
So you meaning that they don't live by them?
They don't live by them whatsoever, for better or worse, sick or poor. Your butt gets sick, you gone.
You're on your own.
You gone. I can't deal with you. I don't want to deal with this because you're sick. And I didn't sign up for this.
Well, I have to agree to disagree. I mean, my experience so far with with this marriage thing, I just don't feel like that is. First of all, it's made out to what it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like people are getting married to get, for the long haul. But people are getting married for the long haul, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to get married just to say you have a wife or just say you have a husband. You want to get married for all of the right reasons. You don't want to get married just because your grandma said, "Oh, y'all are pregnant, let's get married." Because that was in my case. I just choose not to because nobody's on that level in my household in my relationship to say, hey, let's go run and get married. It's a thing where you have to be on the same level as me. You know what I'm trying to say? If I'm bringing in yay to the table, you need to bring the opposite so we can be compatible. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
And if it's just not, it's just not. So that's why I personally choose marriage is just not for me. You know, because marriage is like a whole nother step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And do you think, I mean, think about this carefully because, I mean, I speak about this a lot because coming up, you know, I know some people say, okay, you're old school and that's from back in the day. And I guess some things to me still stick. And we're talking about morals, value, excuse me, morals, values, and respect for oneself. Do you think that on the men's side, they seeing these women that they don't respect their bodies, they don't respect themselves, they don't have the morals and values to where now they like, I'm not going to marry because the women are not like they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's my whole.
Because
That's my whole.
now women out here. Look what you see on the internet now. You see women taking pictures. They showing their behinds. They showing this. So you know, a real man's not gonna want to take that home to mama.
Exactly.
And then not going to be with a woman that show the whole world her ends and everything.
Exactly. And I mean, I expressed this to
like,
young ladies, and I've told them, you know, I'm not a man, but I know from my experience with men, I know what they look at and what they would bring home to mama.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing about it is that when it comes down to when a man seeing you exposing your body, which is more or less advertising your body out there in the club all the time, you know, you just doing things that he doesn't like. Mm-hmm. He's not going to want to bring you home to mama. He's not going to want to put that ring on that finger. He wants a woman that has that morals and values and respect for herself, because knowing that he bring her home to mama, mama's going to say something.
Oh yes, I'm one of those mamas. My son will not bring a female to me.
Exactly.
He will not do it. He said, if they're not presentable to me, and I will not bring them to you.
And see, that's like with my sons, you know, I tell them straight up, you know, like they see how their mama dress. And my oldest son, he was very particular about his mama. And it was like, if they dress a certain way, that's not what he wanted. Because just like some of the girls would inbox me, he was like, well, I'm with Kalo. I'm like, he ain't talking about you. So I go ask him. I was like, okay, this girl's talking about she with you. Who is this? He said, look, mama. He said, if I ain't told you about it and I ain't brought it to you, that means she don't mean nothing to me.
Exactly.
Yes.
When the girl is right, you will know. And I left that.
I think men put women in category. Yeah.
Say that again, Keisha.
I think men put women in a category. I think men put women in a category. So it's almost like meat, your grade A meat, your grade D meat. Grade D meat is somebody they can kick it with, they can be inappropriate with. But that grade A, that's who they're going to take home to mama. That's who they're going to walk beside. That's who's going to make them look good. They're going to make her look good. But the other women, like you said, it doesn't mean anything. That one night stand, let's Netflix and chill. That's the grade D type of women.
Exactly.
And men, unfortunately, will categorize women in that way. Woman, she can go over here because she's classy. You know, she handles herself a different way. And then you got this woman over here, always in the club, got a breast out, got a booty out, you know, showing a belly, just showing everything. So I believe put women in categories.
The men, if I'm wrong, just jump in. But I feel like men, when they look at a woman, they could go out the club. Just like, you know, when I used to go out with my girls and they dress provocatively, but I didn't dress that way because I didn't feel comfortable. I had more respect for my body. And it's like they would talk to them, but then I wouldn't get the numbers. And I used to think like, okay, what is wrong with me? You know, I'm the ugly duckling. But then my grandmother had to tell me and show me, no, it's not that. She said, let me tell you something. She said, a man ain't dumb. He said he knows a woman that's a wife material. And he knows a woman that's just for a fantasy or just an overnight thrill. And he said he might go for that woman that got that twerking going on or that breast hanging out. You know, but when it comes down to being a woman for his life, he's not gonna go for that woman that's in that club that's doing all that. He's gonna go for that woman that he know that's gonna make a good mother to his children, that's going to represent him as royalty.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the type of person.
Yes.
I'm not gonna want to go in the. I just don't want to go in the club and just because if you're bouncing around, shaking it, and dressing provocatively in the club, just imagine your house. Just imagine the way you live. Just imagine. And I'm not a nasty man.
Right.
By a long time. So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Nah. Mm-mm. If you ratchet it in public, you're gonna be ratchet at home. So what makes you think I'm gonna marry you? No, that's not.
No, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And also to speak on, as Keisha was saying that, and I'm gonna say the flip side as well, but I do agree with her that women in society, they feel like they got to be accepted by doing stuff like that because they, to a certain extent, men put them in that position. And the reason why I say they put them in a position because they seen the men are being more attracted to the woman with the big butt, the woman with the big breasts, the one that got the curves and everything. So they feel like they got to go out there and get that butt injection, get those breast installments. They're not looking at that, the fact that a real good man and a very intelligent man, he's going to want a woman with her mind right.
Exactly.
With her stand in the right position.
Mm-hmm.
He going to want a woman that he know that's going to be a good mother to his children. And that's why like these days, you find more women with children. You don't think those men are not sitting up there observing what kind of woman and mother you are to your children. When he hardly don't see you with those children and you always out or you always gone somewhere without your kids, do you really think he gonna want you for his life and for his children?
Exactly.
Nope.
Exactly. That's true.
And
that's true.
They need to think about that. And the flip side of to what Keisha was saying is that women too, they do grade men as well.
Yeah.
Because you got some women out here, they want a man with a six-figure in a suit, or they want him with muscles, or they got to have a certain type of house, a car, or whatever. So they grade them as well. That's why some men step to them with this facade that they have all that just so they can get that woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. I agree.
And my thing is, before you step in any door, you need to observe that person. As I say, see what they look like, how they are in the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
When they mad, happy, broke, upset, whatever.
And she ain't got no makeup too. Remember that.
Yeah, you gotta wait for their
makeup on.
Exactly. Now, how about being there's more women that have become too independent? And when you say independent, these are the women's gonna talk about, well, I don't need a man for
because
I'm good. I don't need no man. And at the end of the day, you're lying to yourself.
Exactly. Because you know what? I'm gonna
you're going out to the megaplex. You need something.
Teresa, we need to be careful because that's my style.
The megaplex. All your fantasy.
Spice.
Yeah, but I mean, you got these women.
Well, I think just set themselves up for that. A woman that says that is someone that has been hurt deeply by a man.
I agree.
And that's usually a cover up. She's been let down by, she's been emotionally, physically, mentally by a man. So in her, rather stand up, and do whatever she needs to do, than let a man come in and continue to, abuse her or mistreat her or cheat on her. So usually women that say that they have a reason for saying it.
Yeah, because you do find women, they be out here, they're like, oh, I got me a house, I got my own car. What you bring to the plate?
Right.
So you got to look at it too. Women, they grade men just like men grade them. But, just like, I don't grade them. I'm sorry. I love big men. That's what I've been attracted to. But my thing about it is, I'm looking at his stand as well. It's not just about the outer appearance. I'm looking at your mind. I'm looking at your walk. I'm looking at how you handle women. Because the one thing that a lot of people don't look at, watch how, and that goes both ways for women too. Watch how that man treats his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's you hit it on that.
Yep, his sister.
And his sister. Because if he respect and value and cater to his mother and his sisters, you know you got you one. But then if you have a man out there, don't ever think if that man ain't sitting up there calling his mama out her name, or he's screaming and hollering at her and disrespecting her, what make you think he ain't gonna disrespect you?
Amen. You better preach.
And that goes for the woman too. Yeah. You see a woman being disrespectful to her parents. If she's sitting up here and she's going off, cussing them out, and don't respect their house, don't respect them, what kind of woman do you think you're gonna get?
It's not wifey.
For one, she's gonna do you like that, but for two, she's gonna do your mama the same way.
It's true.
Not my kind of woman.
But those are the kind of men she's gonna attract.
Exactly.
The same ones.
You gotta observe. You can't be quick to jump into something because somebody look good.
That's true.
Or because he got a good job, or because I'm gonna tell you, abusive man, he'll buy you.
Yeah, that's their.
Oh yeah.
That's why ugly men need love too. They'll treat you better.
Yep. And maybe when I decide, I go get me an ugly one. But right now, I'm gonna say single.
All he need to do is put on some. All that.
I'm just gonna
cologne.
And I'm just dying laughing on the inside right now.
Now, don't have flower.
With this type of
put
situation.
Put that flower down, girl.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I know you said put the flower down. Put your hand behind that flower.
Now, with this type of situation where there is a single parent household, what do you think this is exemplifying to the children when it come up for them in being in a relationship?
Well,
so what you're saying?
Parent household, unfortunately, I think they will try to. 9 out of 10, they're gonna follow suit. And if you have a good co-parenting situation,
that's different.
That will put in the kid's head, mommy, daddy not together, but they still together taking care of us.
Yes.
But if you're having like a jacked up relationship where the mama's being ratchet or the dad is being ratchet, you don't want to take part in, everybody's tug of war with these kids gonna see disaster. And 9 out of 10, not all of them, because some of them are gonna do the opposite of what their parents are doing. But 9 out of 10, they're gonna do the same, grow up and do the same thing.
But you have that 1% be like, I'm not gonna be like my mom and dad.
Yes, you do have those 1%, but
I'm gonna change that path.
We want that 9%, that 9 over that 1 that will do. But unfortunately, you got a lot of ratchet parents out here, white, black, Hispanic, no matter what the color is, they're all
bitter. They bitter.
They all.
And then they angry, and then like they get jealous because the one thing they don't see is that another woman is enjoying what you had, but you didn't appreciate it and you took it for granted.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you got to realize once you lost it.
Now, looking at it from a different perspective.
Keisha?
She froze up again.
Did she freeze up?
Yeah, no, I didn't freeze up. No, she was talking, I was letting her finish. But looking at it from a different perspective, if I'm a single mom and I have kids. And for my children, I think it's more watching mom be strong, watching mom be independent and not just accepting anything, because I have 2 daughters, and the last thing you want to do as a single woman to allow different people to come into your house. I want to teach them to be selective. Now, not from an abusive relationship to say, but if the becomes single because she was in an abusive relationship, I teach the kids to they don't have to accept that just to be with somebody. So you
exactly.
look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, because I couldn't do that. I couldn't bring anybody and everybody in my household. No. Even as we speak right now, I've never had another man in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, to put a cherry on it, if you don't teach your children, or any parent, the male or female, if you don't teach your kids how they want respect and how they supposed to get respected or whatever, if you don't teach them, the streets will, and the streets ain't gonna teach them the right way.
No,
so you want your kid, for on the male standpoint and on the female standpoint, you want your kids to be treated with respect. You know what I'm saying? They're just especially they always say daddy's little girls. That's just not such things to me. Daddy's little girl is not a such thing to me. And the reason why I say that is because what about our boys? What about our kings? What about the boys that we're raising up? We have to have respect we have to teach all of our kids respect, because we don't want our boys running out and hurting somebody else's daughter's feelings. And then when our daughters get their feelings hurt, we want to go attack the young man. No, that's just not how it works. We gotta teach them respect at home.
Yes.
I agree and disagree with at the same time. Because girls are different from boys. Boys, you want to treat them like little prince, little kings. You want to show them how to be a king. Girls, you want to treat like princesses to grow up to be queens. So they gotta be daddy's little girl, and the sons have to be daddy's partners. Because daddy's showing them how to be a man. And
I wasn't saying it in that nature. I was saying it more of treating the kids with equal, treat the kids equally, so that way they, the little boys and the little girls both have the same mind frame. Because how is he going to know what is going on with his woman if you separate your kids when they grow up?
You didn't separate them. That's how you show kids how the man should be treating the girls, and how the men treat their sons. Show them how to treat girls. If you treat your daughter like they'll never be on equal ground. There's no way. Females at another level, men is at another level, and we're all.
Yeah, no, of course, I totally agree with that. I'm talking about like bringing the kids up more of having on the respect level. Yes, I know that boys are boys and girls are girls. That's obvious. But what I'm saying is bringing the kids up on the respect, on each other's respect level. Like I said, the daddy's little girl and the mama's little boy. If you separate that, then that's the boys is not going to know how to treat the next little king that's walking down the street. Hey dog, pull up your pants. Hey dog, this is what my mama taught me. Or with the girls, hey sis, fix your hair. Don't wear those kind of clothes out in public. They have to. If you teach each other, like if they cross, if the men teach the female, the little girl, and then vice versa, then I feel like that this world will be a better place. I don't know how much more I can explain.
Yeah, and see, I know what you're saying, because it's just like with my ex-husband. I totally disagree with him, but he thought kind of backwards anyway, because he felt like that it's the man that's supposed to be teaching a boy, and a woman supposed to be getting on the daughter and teaching her. When really in reality, both the man and the woman plays a big part in both of the sex.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's called a partnership.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if they say daddy's little girl, then where's mommy? You know what I'm saying? How is mommy teaching the little girl how to clean herself? Not to be provocative, but how is mommy teaching? You know what I'm saying? I'm just how is mommy teaching the little girl how to do this, that, and the third, when daddy is she's just daddy's little girl? You got to own the respect level, own the respect levels with everything. Not. I'm sorry.
I said I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But everybody has a role. It doesn't change the fact that the girl's always going to be a dad's little girl. Because like Dwight, Shakira got him like this. That's his little girl. That's his princess. And she got him wrapped around his little finger.
She said, no, she don't. They don't never admit to it. But on that go ahead.
Right on here.
Nah.
No, whatever she asked for, you get it.
Well, that's materialistic things. I'm talking about respect.
What I'm saying is that I'm not saying materialistic. I'm just saying mentally she got him.
Oh yeah. Well, with my kids, I talk to both. I talk to all three of my kids about life and dating. But right now, I ain't got to worry about that. My kids ain't even trying to date. They gonna stay single. My oldest son, he's dating PlayStation. So I ain't. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. And on that note, we're gonna take a short commercial break, and we'll come back with the subject at hand: a curse or a choice.
Curse. What?
Whosoever let him come. I lift my hands up like a stick up. I surrender to you. Whosoever I lift my hands up, I give myself up. I'm a prisoner of you. Put me in the car, watch out for my head. These handcuffs on my wrist are hurting real bad. Read me my crime, I'm guilty as charged. Take me to my cell, I deserve to go to hell. But I've got a good lawyer, the best public defender. He died for me. But I've got a good lawyer. I'll beat this case by God's love. He rose for me. I lift my hands up like a stick up. I surrender to you. Whosoever I lift my hands up, I give myself up. I'm a prisoner of you. Let him come. I lift my hands up like a stick up. I surrender to you. Whosoever I lift my hands up, I give myself up. I'm a prisoner of you. Let him come. Take me to the hood. I wanna plead my case. I need my best before I see it. Can't do hard life with no one wrong. I'm weak in the knee. I'm scared to lose my soul. But I've got a good lawyer, the best public defender. He died for me. But I've got a good lawyer. I'll beat this case by God's love. He rose for me. I lift my hands up like a stick up. I surrender to you. Whosoever I lift my hands up, I give myself up. I'm a prisoner of you. Let him come. I lift my hands up like a stick up. I surrender to you. Whosoever I lift my hands up, I give myself up. I'm a prisoner of you. Let him come. To the jury of my peers, please hear me. I've been living wrong for so long. Somebody pray for me. I lift my hands up freely. Father, forgive me. I lift my hands up like a stick up. I surrender to you. I surrender to you. My hands up, I give myself up. You can have me. I'm a prisoner of you. I lift my hands up like a stick up. I surrender to you. Whosoever I lift my hands up, I give myself up. I'm a prisoner of you. Let it go. For all of you.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
All right, all right. That is Envision CEO and founder Rosalie Davis, and I'm going to tell you, her products are made by hand at home. And I personally, have you seen the purple soap on there? She actually named it after me. and it's called Spicy Vibrations. And I love it. She has everything from to help you with skin conditions, hair problems, eczema, everything. Just name it, and it works. So look her up. Now, do you think the men who are choosing to be single is due to hearing what you hear on social media, how they say, well, women, they just fuss too much. They don't know how to be quiet. They don't appreciate us. They act like we don't have emotions. Do you feel like that's another reason why a lot of the men are becoming single?
Yeah.
Blame yourself. You can't just say yes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, not to get on a personal level, but I've been in some relationships, very current relationships that where you feel so underappreciated. You can pay the mortgage, you can pay the car note, you can pay all of the bills, and it's still not enough. So, what more can you do? What more can a man do? We're emotional creatures too. We just don't show it. So I'd rather be single. I mean,
I hear you. Yeah. Now, if there's a good woman out there, what does that man need to do in order to possess that? Meaning, in order to get her.
Just get to know her on the regular.
I think it's just
as himself. Say what, Keisha?
He needs to be himself, be honest, be straightforward, no hidden secrets, no agenda. Just present yourself and then let her fall in love with you and your flaws. That way she'll know what she's getting herself into. But when you come and you hide and you bringing your representative to the forefront, then she's not really getting to know you. And then when she does get to know you, in her head, it's all a lie.
Yes.
So you kind of X yourself out.
So in a man's mind, when you see a woman and you're looking for a woman to commit to, what do you look for in her? And I'm talking to both of the men.
I look for personality, you know what I'm saying? I look for, like, are you gonna get in this, are you gonna get in this relationship because you want to be in this relationship? Or are you getting this relationship because you see that I can be, that I got money, or, what is it? I try to dig deep, you know what I'm saying? I dig deep. I ask questions. I'm very outspoken. I'm gonna get down to the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna get down to the bottom, like, are you, don't play with me. If you play with me, then you gonna dog me, I'm gonna dog you, but my dog gonna dog your dog. So.
Now, Dwight, what do you think? What when you're looking for that good woman, what do you look for?
I believe they both should pause and just talk about things to see if they click. Conversation is the most important thing. If the conversation ain't there, it ain't gonna work. Y'all don't have to be on the exact same page, but just have something there. I mean, look at her personality, look how she acts. Oh, trust me, Spicy, I found out the hard way. We ain't gonna discuss that right now.
Now we're gonna reverse it. Because we know women been on social media, where's a good man at? There ain't no good men and all this and that. But you know what? A lot of these women that speaking that, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be real about it. In order for you to get a good man, you gotta be a good woman.
That's right.
Don't think you can be a good man, but you ain't got your own self in order.
Yes. Because if you're
Spice, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you, Spice.
This is for the women, so hush your mouth.
You can't. He's the co-host. You can't tell him hush.
Okay, I'm sorry. Host, could you just shut up for a minute?
I'm gonna tell you why. Women, a lot of women are too picky. He's too fat. He's too dark. He's too this. There's a lot of good men out there, but women, not all. A lot of these women are too picky. That's why they single. That's just the truth.
They need to bring that level down. They look way up out of their category.
But then you don't want to. you don't want to get with somebody that you just not attracted to either.
No.
You know,
I mean, he don't have to be all that attractive, but that is all. And
Say
women
what?
that flaw, he's too dark, he too this. See, men, we're not like that. We just want a good woman. See, men not that picky. A lot of women are too picky.
What world have you been in the last 10 years?
Some women are too picky. They standards are set too high. If you ain't making six figures, why you want a man that's making six figures?
Exactly.
You know.
They don't have to do with the money all the time.
No, but not even their qualities are not even there. The ladies, look, I done ran across some trifling looking women. Trifling attitude, and when I say looking women, I mean their attitude inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
They want a Ebus Evans or whatever, or one Morris Chestnut looking man that have all this money and stuff, but they out there looking like Rasputia, and I don't understand.
It's not always in the look, because I'm gonna tell you, I was in Germany, and I was in Germany from 91 to 93, and there was a woman over there, and a lot of women question, because yes, her husband was fine. When I say fine, he was fine, but a lot of the women and men was kind of like crucial, because they was like, what did he see in her? Because she was dark. They felt like she was really ugly, but he loved her so much. He treated her so good. But then the thing about it is, when I got to know her, her personality and her character is what he was attracted to, because it made her look so beautiful. Mm-hmm. So a lot of men, there's some men that don't look at the outer appearance. They looking at this woman is really a good woman. She doesn't go off. She ain't quick to go off. She doesn't cuss me out. She don't put her hands on me. You know, she keeps the house clean. She cook. She making this amount of money. She supports me. When I'm down, she got my back. So yeah, I think that's a lot of the flaws, is that you jump into appearance more than looking at an addition to the character, the stand.
Right. Yeah.
And then when you get in it, you want to be all shocked, like, what's wrong with you? You know, what happened to you? You're not the same person I met, because you didn't take that time to get to know that person.
Yeah.
So now, where are you at? In a single world again, because you don't.
Well, they look out the outer appearance, inside.
Yeah, because see, people that do people wrong in a relationship, they feel like that they got it good, that this person ain't gonna go nowhere. You know, and you heard it before, you know, oh, he ain't going nowhere. But then when that man get exhausted, not tired, exhausted, then you want to look all shocked when he pack up his stuff and he's gone. Oh, all of a sudden, then you want to go to counseling. Then you want to say, give me another. But he tried so long. This man could be with you for 16, 17, 30 years. A man gets to the point to where he is tired. And he's not going to put up with it more. That's just like with a woman. You keep thinking that you could just abuse her to where you think she's too scared to leave. That woman is just like with a child. When you keep whooping that child with that belt on your hand, you're not hurting that child per se. You're making that child tougher.
Oh, I can relate to that.
Whoopings don't solve everything. So my thing about it is, don't think that a person's going to continue to take the abuse and it's going to last for a lifetime. Because after a while, a person's going to go from being hurt to being angry to being tired to where they're exhausted. And at that point, that you didn't lost them. There ain't no love there. They ain't no coming back. There ain't no resolution.
They fed up.
My personal experience so far, because I'm only
and that's
21
why
years
people choose to be single. But they don't want to go through that point.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like sometimes a relationship can be a mental. It can mess with your mental really, really, really bad. Like, you know, especially, you know, on the man's side, you know, with us, you know, making sure the kids are straight, making sure the household is straight, making sure, you know, our woman is straight, making sure we work 100+ hours a week. you know, to make sure that the house stays afloat. And then the woman is still, that's going to drive me crazy. That drives.
Like, what else can I do? I try my best, but you not give me credit for anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you just find little bitty things like, okay, sometimes somebody do want to hear, I really appreciate you washing the dishes. Thank you so much. Oh, I love the meal. Thank you so much. I needed that. You know, but when you just, what did you want? You want a cookie? Like, really?
Like, for real, this is a true story. I think I told Teresa this too, but this is a true story.
No appreciation.
Right. This is a true story. I think I told Teresa this before. I paid the when I was staying in Killeen, Texas, I was paid the rent for 5 months. It was like $5,500. I just boom paid it. So I said, okay, we got 5 months. We ain't got no no rent because we pay rent. We ain't got no rent to pay out here in blah blah blah. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, whoa, wow.
But see, you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. I was that woman where my ex-husband, he used to work, he used to take care of the bills, and he didn't want me working, but I couldn't be that type of woman. Even if it took me having a home licensed childcare, I had to do something. But it got to the point to where when he was truck driving and the loads got lowered or they got laid off for a while, I went to work because look, I got your back. It's a teamwork. But then I wasn't appreciated. He wasn't grateful. It's like the thing about it is that a person gets tired of feeling like they're being used and taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Where they're like, you know what? Before I go through all this, I'd be better by myself.
Or with somebody that appreciated it.
Yeah.
All you want to do is put it. All you want to do is.
That's why they choose to.
Just want to hear it.
Yeah.
Just want to hear it. If just show me or tell me one or two that you appreciate everything I do, because eventually I'm like, this person don't give a flying. You know what about me?
Exactly.
Yeah. You can. That goes all the way back to being compatible. That goes all the way back to being on the same level. You don't want to sit up here and be. Some women do it too. Some women take care of these men. I don't understand it for the life of me. I don't understand it for the life of me. You know what?
Some women can be entrapped into that too. Because you had those women to where the man was like, well, they working at first, and then she's working, but then he stopped working, saying that he lost his job. So she's taking up the slack, paying all the bills, cooking, cleaning, rubbing his back, everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he get comfortable, but even though he go back to work, he still ain't helping out with the bills.
No, taking care of himself.
So you in trouble because the agreement was you supposed to pay half of these bills, but I'm being left with everything.
Yeah.
And the person get tired of that.
I'm not doing it. I don't understand it because me growing up, I was in a household where the man was the breadwinner. The man was the provider. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, both both of my parents worked, but it was just like, the male, because I wasn't raised with my mom and dad. I was raised with my aunt and uncle. But the male, my uncle, he was the one that just, he was the discipliner. He was the harder worker. He was and I just, growing up, I just believed that the man is supposed to be the lead, the provider, he's supposed to take
the head of the household.
Head of the household. But then when it comes down to the women that's back here that's unappreciated, or vice versa, the man that's not appreciated, even if y'all do have an agreement where the woman is a breadwinner and the man is not a breadwinner, because everybody's situation is different. But you have to appreciate that. You have to appreciate that hardworking woman. You have to appreciate that hardworking man, because once they gone, they gone. And
even if you say, well, I've changed and okay, that's good. I'm happy for you that you changed, but take that change and apply it to the next woman. Because I'm tired.
Yes. Because it'll go back to the same old yes over again anyway.
I think that's some communication comes from that.
Yes. Now we have some comments here. Thank you, Nyla Alicia Barnett, for tuning in. Much love. Mikey J. He says, Spicy, great blessings. Thank you, dear. He says, you don't have to be compatible to be in love. Someone and love them and be the king you're supposed to be. What are y'all thoughts on that comment there?
To each their own.
Because you do find people that's not
compatible.
To each their own.
Yeah, you have found some
I don't know how that.
Yeah, I've seen couples that's been married for 50 years, and you wouldn't think they would be. They like how you say odds. Like I'm trying to explain it.
Opposites attract.
There you
go.
Night and day.
Like night and day, yeah.
Some people enjoy that. You do your thing and I do my thing.
But
we'll get up in the morning.
I cannot be in a relationship where we are not a team.
They're compatible on some level still. Maybe not a lot, but they're compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to go jogging every morning. This person may want to go to the gym instead.
True. Yeah.
You know.
It's just like with me. And I mean, I guess, at the same time, it's just like what King D say, sometimes we could be too picky. But I know when I say I want to make with me, you ain't got to love the read. But sometimes I want you to just listen to one of my pieces and just tell me what you think. Yeah. Show interest. Or, when you say support don't mean not giving me problems to go to perform at an event or to go speak at a motivational speaking. It means supporting me. Sometimes be out in that audience. So I know you there for me.
You love me.
You ain't got to love the same things I love. But let's meet each other halfway to where at least we have that time with each other to support one another.
Right.
Because you have something that said, well, I don't like this, so you're not gonna make me do something I don't like.
Oh, no.
Well, what's the point? Just like with football, I don't know football, okay? But I will sit there next to my man and act like I'm into it. And the only thing I know is touchdown. As soon as I know it's his team, they make a field goal. All right, touchdown. Just to be there.
What I know, fighting.
Say what, Keisha?
I said that's all I know too. Touchdown.
Yeah,
but it's about quality time that you're.
Yes.
You're being selfish. Have him do everything that you want to do, so you're doing
separate
to make it work.
Yeah.
Just like you go to two different churches, or you go to you just go to the movies with your boys, and she go with her girls. Sometimes it's okay to go with one another. What about y'all time together? Because if you always going out with your boys or your family, but you never go out with the person that you say you in love with, eventually you're going to lose that person because that person going to get tired.
It's going to cost
the point of you even being here if you don't spend no time.
Well, that goes a lot of ways too, because sometimes a lot of people that are single say the reason why they not in relation no more because they didn't have no room to breathe. Give me some room to breathe.
Yeah, see, that's why I say it's got to be a balance.
Balance.
Yeah, because you shouldn't.
Some people know how to do
it. Some people get too comfortable in a relationship, and they forget to date one another.
Yeah,
it's nothing wrong to have a date night, or to do something special once a month. Find some time for each other. Anytime I was in a relationship, I never had a problem with my guy. Go on, because I want to breathe. I'm the type, I don't like to be smothered. Okay. So yeah, go out there, go with your boys. I don't have a problem with that. But then my problem comes in is when you spend time with everybody else, but you don't make time
with me.
Yeah. And I'm at the point where why are you even here?
What's the point?
Now that's the
I should be by myself and doing all this.
If your friend or your man is constantly calling you saying, when are you going to spend time with me? How come we can't go out here? Why can't we do this together? And you said, because I'm with my friends. I'm with my sister. I'm with my brother. I'm with my mama. And you wondering why y'all always in an argument. Look at yourself.
And it's not that she has a problem with you being with your boys or being with your family. The problem that she's saying is that I don't have a problem with you having your time, but what about us?
Yeah.
How can you form a bond with one another and grow together to know each other in depth if you don't spend time with one another?
Yes.
So when she walk out that door, you go, well, why did you leave? What? I didn't know. I didn't even realize you knew I was even there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
You just got comfortable with the person sitting there at the house somewhere.
You sleep and then you gone.
Okay, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. Because that's a person.
To me, a relationship a plant. If you water that plant will grow. If you do not water that plant, in your relationship, if you water it, love, understanding, tolerance, then that relationship will continue to grow. But if you have bitterness and you're always separated and not doing things together, that relationship is eventually going to die. So you have to water it with the things that make love grow.
Exactly.
Yes.
What we're going to do, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about, because to me, what we talked about is the choices. Now, let's see if we could talk about being single as a curse right after this.
I got a lot to say on that one.
The way about home.
Woo! Can't wait for that.
Okay, now this they want to chill.
Yeah, how bad.
I think I'm ready.
I realized I had 2 young men looking up to me. Had to do what I had to do.
I went from tragedy to triumph. Now I'm on the top of everything God do. I knew I couldn't let nothing stop me because I had 2 mouths to feed. There were times at night when I cried, couldn't get no one on the phone. So I prayed for God to hold me because I felt so all alone. But then I realized
All right, all right, all right. That is Lady Bane and Limitless. Now I'm gonna ask Keisha, do you recognize that little girl at the end? Keisha.
No.
You don't recognize you recognize her, Dwight?
No, I do not.
Missed it. I didn't get a chance to see it.
That was my little granddaughter. Her and Lady Bane has a beautiful friendship. They love each other, and she included her in her video. So that was my granddaughter singing one of her songs. So yes, I know. Before we went off, Zetra Mancho, thank you for tuning in. She had stressed that spending time with one another is very, very important, and I do agree with that. Because how are you going to grow and know each other if you don't have that bonding time?
That's right. That's true.
Yeah. So now, when is it to where you feel it's a curse that you end up residing in the single life?
When you
say it.
when you need somebody, when you need some loving, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some warm body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dominique, I'm gonna tell you what you do. Dolls that'll keep you warm until you find.
No, that's not the same. You need some real body. You know.
Yeah. And I agree with him because these people say, and I'm seeing it on social media where these girls are buying all these toys and stuff. Okay, you know what? Ain't nothing like the real thing. That's just the truth about it. Ain't nothing
like the real thing, but it can be a substitute.
No, it's not the same.
It's plastic.
It's not.
Skin do not feel like plastic.
It was never meant to be a single thing.
Just like with Pamela, it ain't the same. Pamela can't do the things that a regular woman body can do.
No, Aqua can't either.
What the hell ain't to be with you crazy?
Yeah. So, and my thing is that when you realize that you end up in a situation where it's a curse, and I'm gonna say, in my situation, we have, as I did research and observed everything until I got to the point to where I said enough was enough. When you have a generational chain of abuse with the women that they're attracted to the wrong men, to where you just like, you know what? I need to stay single for a minute because I'm attracting the wrong ones. I need to reobserve things in my life. Because when you expose certain things to your children and they grow up with that, that's all they know. Mm-hmm. So that, that alone to me is like a curse. It's just a generational curse. To where, even if that father's there, whether he's there or not, but with the father being there and he's not setting the right example and he's jumping on your mother in front of you, that's a curse that's being set in there, because you have to look at, when you're looking at your family tree, like I have, it goes way back past my grandmother's mother, whether it was mentally, emotionally, verbally, or physically. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. They both last a long time.
And see, people that's been in this chain, they get to the point to where, you know what? Why should I get into a relationship? I might as well stay single, because it seems like I'm just attracting the people. This is men and women. I'm attracting the wrong woman or the wrong man to where I'm ended up in the same situation. When in reality, what we need to do is do research and figure out how to break that chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's one, stop jumping from one relationship to another. Because when you jump too quick and you don't take time out to heal and reobserve things in your life, you end up in the same situation or worse.
Yeah, and then it also has to deal with like where you're picking these hoodlums up from. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being a recovering addict. You know, you got to change people, places, and things when you're looking for certain things. So when you're looking for love, you got to change people, places, and things. Just like you got to change, like me. If I want to be a millionaire, why would I sit around the table with a bunch of broke people?
Yeah.
I need to stick with people that's trying to be millionaires too. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's just like I've tried to explain to like my daughters and my kids in general, is that when you surround yourself with the wrong company, you become a part of that company.
On the same.
You can continue to say, no, I'm not like that, or I'm not. That's just them. No, that's just like with me coming up. The girls that I went to their house and we was friends. But when they got ready to go out, I didn't go out with them. Why? Because I know the type of environment that they went around. And sometimes, even though you don't be a part of that life, but they want to talk you to come with them just to get out the house, something can happen and you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's right.
So it's like you have to, when you're taking this time out to heal, it's also separate, deciding what is good for your life and what is not. And sometimes family isn't.
Cool.
Separate from them out of love. Because if you don't understand why you still in the same position, why you ain't moved up, why you haven't got your blessing yet. Because what God is trying to tell you from, you keep trying to hold on to it.
Hold it on by three, just hold it. For no reason.
But you're not going to receive that blessing and grow and have that good thing that he molded for you because you won't let go of this here. And that's what some people don't realize.
In my situation, I chose to for a good period of time because I don't feel that you should be taking garbage and things that are not healthy into a new relationship, because all you're going to do is just relive what you just came from. So I chose to stay single until I knew that I had completely rid myself of my hurt, the past, just things that I were not healthy. When I do get in another relationship, I have to be wholesome and good and for all those things that we wanted to be. So choosing to be single, sometimes helps. Sometimes you need to choose to be single. I chose to be single because I did not want to keep reliving things that I knew were not good for me. So now in my relationship, I don't have to worry about those things. I know my triggers. I know what I did to trigger him. So now I don't have those same issues anymore.
Great. Now, in our comment area, Zetra Monso says, yes, it is very important for couples to spend time together. And Nyla says, no way. And she also said, Nyla says, I don't want no foreign object. And I don't blame her. And Mikey J says, you can sit around a bunch of broke people with wealthy ideas and sit around a bunch of millionaires who are broken. Meaning they can learn from you. They can learn from you.
I get that. I understand that.
Yeah, so that could go both ways. You know, like I might be broken, but if I put myself around somebody that's not broken, they can help me.
They can help you. Yeah.
You know, because they're that one tool that I'm, you know, that I need. So I can actually see that exactly.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, where'd she go? She disappeared.
Go ahead.
Okay, so anywho, I felt like I was broken for a little while. I was broken. I surrounded myself around people who were strong people that kept me encouraging me to it's all right to be just you.
Yeah.
Don't let people run over you. I had good people around me. I got my best friend. She stood by me. I have my other friend that's co-hosting with us now. He kept me afloat through my hurt.
Yes. That's an important thing.
I'm not there yet. I choose not to date by choice. I choose to be by myself by choice. Like right now, I have people coming to my DM, hit me up in my box.
And that's what some people get misconstrued.
I don't want that. I don't want to talk to nobody. I have people hit me at the lounge. I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah. And like Teresa, and I'm pretty sure Keisha the same way, you get these people that say, oh, you can't get a man. That's why you can't hold a man. You do not know. I choose
not to.
I
don't want to. I don't want to go
for my own reason, because this is not what I need right now. This is not what I want right now. It's not that I can't get a man, because I'm gonna tell you, my box blows up.
Yeah.
And I know how many men I done told him, look, no, I decided that I want to be single. Right. I had one coming in. So are you serious about being celibate? Okay, it's been going on for 6 months. Yeah, I think that's pretty serious.
Yeah, I've been gone almost a year.
Yeah, so it's like, it's a choice that we have. But you got to look at, because sometimes we choose things because of the hurt that we came from. And we need to deal with that right now. Because like before, when I finally decided to break my chain, I was still going through my pain. So I was single for 10 years before I decided to open my heart again. And in that middle, I had to learn how to love myself. I had to learn how to respect myself. And when I love myself enough to know that I'm not going to go back to that person. I love myself too much to allow myself to go through that. Sometimes it hurts, but you do what you do is best for you, because that's how much you love yourself.
That's true.
That's true.
So do you now think about this, because you know this is a saying that everybody heard. Do you truly believe in the saying, God don't tend for anyone to be alone?
Oh yeah, it's true. God wants us to be happy with somebody, and everything. I mean, it might take a little time for you to find that right person, but that's what He made woman for, and everything, companionship. And it's best to have somebody in your life for companionship and everything. Now, I'm not saying nothing wrong with people being single. I mean, if you haven't been single, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, stay single. Stay
like, oh Lord, I'm tired. My heart is worn out. I cannot keep going through this. I'll just sit back, and if it happens, it happens, because whatever He got molded from down the line, it'll just happen. But as in me waiting and looking,
no,
I'm invest into myself, because
that's why you might not be looking to come to you. Just don't look.
Exactly.
I try not to. I put shades on and everything.
But my thing is that nobody wants to be that single person, man or woman. God send me that good wife, or God send me that good man. You know, and then the good man is just standing right in front of you, or you done seen him 100 times, and you just, oh no, God, that's not him, because the way he looked,
because the way that's too high. Too high.
But God will send you.
You don't walk on by and go get somebody else.
Yeah, but still, you sit there and you don't be specific about what you want. You said you just want a good man. Oh yeah, he's a good man. But
you don't care about the way the man look. If he's big or fat, take the man, run with it.
I don't care about big.
Be happy.
But I want to be
happy.
I want to be able to do this number and go like this. Whoo, okay, oh, this you.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
And then even with a single man, God send me a wife. I want a wife, and then the wife is 400 pounds. The guy trying to send you deal.
But see, that's why there's that saying, be careful what you ask for.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So if you want a man, you sit up and you better be, I want a good man, a sensitive man, but I want him to look, I want to be able to wake up to him, Lord. Just put him out there. Just make sure I can look at him at least.
Yes. You got your Teresa.
I think you gotta be specific when you ask God for what you want.
Now
you're supposed to let him know what you want, and you go, don't sit up there and tell me, oh, I want a good man.
But see, and like I said, but you also got to look at God probably haven't placed that person in your path yet either, because you haven't changed yourself. You have to be a good woman for that good man. You have to be that good man for that good woman. You can't always want good things in life, but you're not good yourself.
That's right.
That's true.
You know that old saying, God. You know that old saying, God ain't gonna bless no mess. You can't be a messy person and expect God to bless you with a good wife, good husband.
That's right.
That's true.
That's true. Because you can mess her up anyway.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now,
I say you just gonna mess her up anyway. You a mess, you gonna mess her up anyway.
Yes, or him, or vice versa.
Yeah, because you could turn around and because you're not a good person, you could turn that person into being very bitter towards men, to where they don't want to love no more because they was like, you know what? I've been here, done that. I was that good person. Now look what it got me.
That's true.
I'm a good example of that. I'm very much a good example of that, and I'm gonna give you a small example why that's me, because I started off as a little flower child. Everybody's beautiful. There's no bad people in the world. They're all gorgeous. I don't care if you look butt-faced or ugly, I would find that beauty in you. That was just my personality. That's just who I was. I found beauty in the rock. I would. But life took a toll on me. Sorry men coming around me. Lying women came around me, and I became untrusting. I became untrusting. And I don't trust women to today. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Men too. Can't trust them as far as I can throw them. If you see me, if you hang out with me and stuff, best and believe I'm giving somebody some evil look.
But the thing is, do you trust yourself?
Oh no, I'm good. I don't trust other people.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, when you trust yourself, you know, you trust yourself enough to sit back and say, you know what, I'm going to observe things. And I'm going to just surround myself with a person that I see that's good for me.
Yeah, I keep good company. If I don't trust you, you can't be around me.
I know that's right.
You cannot.
And I guess that's how I am. You know, I love everybody, but if you constantly bringing drama, if you constantly lying, or you doing little things that I feel like that's not good for my aura,
right?
I love you. I see you out. I'll speak to you, but I cannot reside with you.
Yes, I've done someone I called my best friend for 10 years, and I had to let her go before I lost myself. Removed her out of my life.
Yes. Annette Price says, I prayed for a godly man. He turned out to have personal mental problems. I am content with being single. And Annette Price says,
don't be content with that. No. Just because you ran across that one bad person that was godly, don't mean all godly men are bad. Just be open.
Yes. And Mikey J says, people have to stop asking of God for those type of blessings and ask him to put a blessing over whomever they meet. You see too many women and men ask God to bless them with a good spouse, when they should be asking him to bless the person that walks into their life.
Oh, that was good.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, I agree with that.
I got to have him back on this show. Am I good?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. Now, goodness. So do you think one fails in relationship due to solely being attracted to the outer appearance?
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
You're looking at the outer appearance instead of
that's basically what
and when that
most of
that's why they say don't never read a book by its cover. You know,
exactly.
You don't know nobody. You don't know them until you really get to know them. You know, until you from the inside out. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, if they're an ugly person on the inside, then they're gonna be an ugly person on the
outside.
And see, that's how I view people. Because see, some people will say, "Oh, she attractive," but if I know she got ugly ways, she doesn't look attractive to me anymore.
No.
I'm like, she's not attractive because my thing is your character. It makes up your appearance.
I mean, I told
in my eyes, they do.
Exactly.
I told somebody before you was beautiful until you opened up your mouth. And once they open up their mouth, whatever comes up their mouth is if it's BS, then no.
Gone.
I'm out.
Yep.
You was a pretty girl.
I definitely agree with that.
I ran across, and it goes vice versa. I ran across very attractive men. Oh my Lord, look like gods. But but as soon as they open their mouth, their ego come out and crap fall out with it. It's just ugly. I'm like, you don't look so cute. Right? No.
Well, I think this is him because he said he tried to call. Let's try to call Mikey J right now because I would love to speak to him.
Hello.
Mikey J.
Hey, what's going on, Spicy?
Hey, love, how you doing?
I'm good. Just getting over this second surgery I had and looking to get back on set and go back on tour and all that.
Yeah, I've been seeing you. I've been sitting up here like, Lord, just keep him covered. I know I can't say be still because I'm a stubborn one too. But what you got for us? Because that was a powerful statement you just made.
Well, you know, when I speak off of personal experience of me being a non-king. See, I wasn't a king at one point in my life, in my relationship. And my relationship goes 24 years, and you already know Bella. So I've taken my mistakes, my indiscretions, and I bring everything to full transparency. And, you know, me being, like I said, a non-king, you know, I didn't become a king until late in my 20s, early 30s. And I'm 42 years old now. So we all are born into royalty. But if we live in a household where there's a mother and no father, or father and no mother, and only one parent that's holding the household down, it's going to be hard for them to teach us who we are when they're trying to mentally, emotionally hold us down and financially. So we have to learn who we are by watching, you know, or think who we are by watching these rappers and these singers and these reality TV shows that are putting us in a negative light. Black American people or African American people, we are not ratchet. We are not niggas. We are not bitches. We are not whores. We are not bastards. We are people of royalty, and we have to tap into that. So when we are looking for a spouse, we are looking traditionally for our king and or queen, and we have to accept them with their flaws and all. We cannot look for perfection because no one is perfect. Exactly. Not even a lot of us are looking for perfection when we ourselves are not even perfect.
True. I agree.
So I hear a lot of men and women say, well, until I find that perfect one, I'm gonna be single. Well, he or she gonna be single for a long time because brother and sister, you're not perfect.
Right.
Yes, so I just wanted to tap in, man. This is a great discussion. I finally got a chance to tune back in. I love the panel.
Thank you.
The sister with the red shirt, I don't have my glasses on. I think it says Tammy.
Tanise?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I can't see. I'm sorry. I like what she said about the physical appearance. And then the brother, I can't see with the King D.
Yes.
I like what King D said. And Tanise, because what they said made a lot of sense. You could be the most beautiful or handsome person on the planet, but what comes out of that mouth of yours will be the icebreaker.
Yep.
The deal breaker. And your body language alone. So if you read a person's body language, you can tell so much about them.
Exactly.
If you're in a car with somebody, right, y'all? If you're in a car with someone, I live in New York. I'm from the Bronx, but I don't live in the Bronx anymore. But I do go to the Bronx a lot, and I see a lot of homeless people on the highway with signs. And let's say I'm just meeting Bella Ray for the first time, and I'm driving, and I give a homeless person whatever's in my pocket, whatever's in my cup holder, whatever's there, and she looks at me as if, well, why did you do that? Yo, that's it, done deal. You're out. You see, I'm a compassionate man.
Yes.
I'm a very spiritual man, and I don't care if the person, whatever they do with the money I gave them, that's not my business. That's their conversation with God.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Now,
and when a person looks past other people, I don't like that.
Exactly.
I don't like that. So that's just me.
Thank you for that. And I'm gonna say this because I want to bring this up because you have been a great example in your community, and I've been watching you for years. You know, and the one thing I want to bring out, because when we talked about examples in our children's life, especially when King D mentioned about the father and then the mother, you did something that this child's father should have done. You was out on the streets and you seen this little boy with a toy gun. Could you tell everyone about that moment at that time and what you did?
Oh man, wow. So for those of you who don't know, I was the New York ambassador for an organization out of the United Nations. And I would go city to city, state to state on my own dime, promoting peace, going to different Crip sets, blood sets. I used to be a Crip a long time ago. Bloods, Latin Kings, Nietas. I would go into these communities where no one else would want to go. So I had just finished speaking. I was with Stedman Graham. Me and Stedman was on tour. And I had just left Stedman. So I was with my crew and Stedman had left. So I went to a pizzeria in Paterson, New Jersey, and I saw this El Salvadorian kid. So anybody knows MS-13 are El Salvadorian. That's their home base. And where I was at was MS-13. And I'm going to be honest, like, you got a difference between a musical Crip and a real Crip. Snoop Dogg is a real Crip. I used to be a real Crip. Lil Wayne is not what, like, it's just crazy. But anyway, I went in, I saw this kid with the gun looked real. So I got out the car. No protection, no security, no nothing. And I just walked up to him with his father. I said, "That's your son." And I didn't even know my boy was recording. He was recording. And I said, "Do you mind if I said, how much you pay for that gun?" I forgot how much he paid for it. I said, "Well, I'll give you whatever's in my pocket." And I think it was like $5, $10 in my pocket, cash. And I said, "If I give this to you, can I buy your gun off of you?" And he said, I think he looked at his dad. I forgot, but I bought the gun from him. And then I gave him my card. And I wrote my personal cell phone number on it. And I believe this is like in 2013, maybe 16. I can't remember. But ever since that day, I've been keeping in contact with this little kid.
Mm-hmm. And what was your purpose in doing that? So that everybody knew the motive behind when you saw this little boy with a toy gun that looked real.
Kids should not have guns, period. I never allowed my son to play with a toy gun. And, police, even back then, I would never say they were reckless, but they just see gun. That's all they see. Yeah. Brown person with a gun, black person with a gun. And with me, I utilize my platform and my status to deter these kids from gang violence, from a street life, and just walking down a dark path. I try to just keep the light on them as much as I can. So, and then, I got my son, Yes.
Yeah. And I really do appreciate you calling in and telling us about that. I see that you're back on the set now. And what movie are you producing now? What number movie?
Well, it's actually, we got 7 films. I got 4,000 theaters. We closed the deal last year for 4,000 theaters, but due to COVID, so we put time adders in the theaters. Very successful. Now about to release it streaming. We're wrapping up a Chef's Ingredients to Deception. We're wrapping up Keys and Cuffs. We're wrapping up Colorblind this year. We're going to be filming Hopeless Romantic in August in Atlanta. Okay. I was going to film it in Texas, But I said, let me just film it in Maryland. We're going to be filming that in Maryland. Then we got Theater Hardway and a few other movies that we have coming out. And I'm being honored August 1st in Atlanta this year by the Radio and Records Awards, the 2021 Filmmaker of the Year. So I'm happy about that. It was a surprise. Eline Magazine just released a cover with me on it. Tyler Perry was on that cover. Michael Ealy was on that cover, and a few other mainstream people as well as myself. And Hustle and Soul magazine just dropped a big article on me. The Hollywood Times, and the Indie Post magazine just dropped a great article as well. And the Grammy board, I just got a letter from them that I didn't get nominated again this year, but I was close to another Grammy nomination. So it's been a great run, even through all this COVID and all this stuff that's been going on. So I just give all my blessings and love to God for everything, you know?
Yes. And I also want to thank you. And so everybody knows exactly who we talking to, Mr. Mikey J. We actually played his music on our show, Love Jones and I Can last week. And we truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'll be talking to you soon. Much love.
Hey, Spicy.
Yes, sir.
I want to say to you, I appreciate you and your support.
Thank you.
You know, it's just genuine. You know, from when I came down on your show, I had to fly down and do that. You know, you've been a great supporter. And no matter how big the platform, no matter how small the platform, a platform is a platform. All voices should be heard and could be heard, you know, to every platform. And I just want to acknowledge my son, if anybody doesn't mind. My son will be 21 on the 11th this weekend.
Okay.
And my
birthday.
son, yeah, thanks. Me that you brought him up. My son, everybody, he's a big inspiration to me. My son is inspired everything that I am, as well as my mother. You know, as well as his mother. My multiple Grammy nominations, the 13 American Music Awards that I have, and even me being honored by the United Nations or the NAACP and every other organization and U.S. Congress and U.S. Senate. That wasn't all by myself. My son was there from day one. His mother was there from day one. So I just want to acknowledge them, because I wouldn't have all these accolades. I wouldn't be this major rapper / music producer, film producer, director, if I didn't have that. If I didn't have them in my life. They're not on the side of me. They're not in the back of me. They're right there on the same platform that I am. And I want to acknowledge them as well as Spicy Gray, because it's people like Spicy Gray that is so genuine that I say I love you and just thank you for everything.
I love you too. And give Bella and Anya a hug from me.
No, I will definitely.
Sending my love to you as well. You heal, and I'll be talking to you soon.
All right. God bless everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Yes, it was. He's a very good speaker. We had him on 2 other times, and I was gonna say I got to bring him back because we have some good subject, and I know he could put some mouth into it. And Rosalie said, "This is good. Thank you, dear." And Ned Price says, "I do. God will send a man or a woman that is just for you. I wasn't specific." We got you, love. So what we're going to do, we're going to take another break. We're going to have a commercial, and we'll be back with the ending of A Curse or a Choice.
Good afternoon. This is Johnny from Employed by Nobody, serial entrepreneur, proud Black business owner, and my Set Apart is a part of my story. It raised me. It runs through my veins. I'm so proud. I'm so inspired. I'm just so happy to see the legacy continuing, and I support my Set Apart.
Hello, family. My name is Sishman Rimson. I am the CEO of SMR Security Services. I'm also a regional vice president with Primerica Financial Services. Look, guys, I'm making this video for one reason and one reason only, and that is because I am blessed to be in business in partnership with Suma Set Apart. The owners of that company are my friends, my brother and sister in Christ. Listen, I support Suma Set Apart, and guess what? You should too.
Hello, it's me, Chef Tish. I'm the owner operator to this Homestyle Cooking. I'm always rocking that Sumai on y'all daily. I support Sumai Set Apart.
My name's Warren G. with the Young Millionaire in Training, financial coaching and financial literacy platform, and I support Sumai Set Apart.
Hi, my name is Sierra Parker, and I'm the CEO and founder of Queening in My Purpose nonprofit organization. I'm so proud that my organization is partnered with Sumai Set Apart. Thank you guys for being such amazing people. I support Sumai Set Apart.
Hey y'all, it's Brother Freddie, Mr. 50, Mr. 5. I'm stepping in from the shoe shop with day one, Sumai La Familia. And I'm just stepping in to say that myself and the family, we support Sumai Set Apart.
Love you, Uncle Drop.
I'm Donald Mays, and I approve this message.
Yes, yes, yes. And I am Spicy Gray, the owner and founder of the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour, and I support Sumai Set Apart as well. And I know Dwight does too, don't you?
I sure do.
Yes, yes. Y'all check him out. He's located here in San Antonio in the Ingram Park Mall. They also have the originated business out of Houston, Texas. So make sure y'all go check him out. Trust me, I think I almost got every color up in the stove. So we're supposed to be out there on the 11th. They got a celebration going on, and I can't wait. But thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for also commenting on here. We really appreciate it. Call-ins and everything. So I'm going to check this phone. I think my granddaughter didn't push block on this phone. That's why he couldn't get through. Now, there's a question I wanted to ask. See, it was one of the... Okay, here we go. Can someone who is selfish and self-centered truly last in a relationship?
No. No way.
Give us a reason why.
That's going to be a short-lived.
Yeah, because they're just all about themselves. They're not looking at, like the other person as a part of them. They're not looking at that other person as someone to grow with or to and so you think about that. Self-centered and selfish. They don't compromise.
No, that's true. And then when you're in a relationship, marriage or just dating, when you are in that relationship, your mind's intertwined. So if you don't think like me, you don't want to grow like me, then there's no relationship. It's one-sided. So and if you're selfish, self-centered, that means that it's not a we thing, it's a you thing.
And minds.
Yeah, it's not a relationship. A relationship is we. If you have children, us. You know what I'm saying?
Us.
Everybody.
It's unity, togetherness. So it's like, honestly, you could be in a relationship by yourself.
Yes,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
because you can think for y'all, and the other person is thinking for just them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's not going to work. It's not. And I agree with that as well. Now, Keisha already told us she chooses to be single. Now, Keisha, are you giving yourself, because we're not getting no younger, is that going to be permanent, or you just giving yourself time?
No, it's not going to be permanent. I just want everything with me to be right. And that way, when I do get into that relationship, I am able to bring everything to the table. And it's, what we just said, it's not a one-sided thing. So no, it's not going to be too much longer. I'm not anticipating it being too much longer. I just wanted to make sure that I was ready, so that it can be a we and not just a me.
Love it. Love it.
So are you anticipating on getting in a relationship soon? Very, very soon?
And I got his answer here. Tanise.
What did you say?
Okay. Yours is a choice. You choose to be single. So what is your window in being single?
As long as it takes. I mean, I can't control what God does. You know, exactly. He has major jokes. Massive jokes. You can tell him what you want to do. You can tell him what you want to do. What's that old saying? You want to hear a joke from God? Tell him what you want to do. Tell him what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Show you different.
He showed well. It's be my way.
I can say I don't want to be in no relationship right now. I'm not interested in dating right now. I'm not. I'm truly not. I really am. I'm content of being me. I wake up when I want to. I look at the clock when I feel like I get up when I want. I feed myself. That's what I don't have to worry about nobody else but me.
Exactly.
I'm content right now being by myself. I truly am. I mean, hey, yeah, it get lonely. Of course it does. I'm human.
Yes.
It's that. But I occupy my time. I stay busy.
Exactly. Now, my co-host, we've seen your windows, your doors, your flows. You choose to be single.
I'm like this. God will send you the person that you should be with. You know, the window, we all of us around this close to the same age. So it's not really too late.
D ain't, he's the youngest here. The baby here.
It's not really too late, okay, except for Dominique. But it's not too late to find that person and everything. And like I said, you just pray, and God will see it through, and you'll meet that person that you're supposed to be with and everything.
Exactly.
So in due time, it's gonna come.
Exactly.
It may not come when you want it to come, but it's gonna come.
Yeah.
Now, King D. Now, what about that ring? Could God change your mind?
No. God change my mind. I mean, you know, I'm gonna say it like this. You know, when it's that time for me to, to cross that bridge, you know, we'll have that conversation. But right now, I don't see it happening no time soon. It's just
more or less not in the right timing, but when God's timing is perfect.
In God's time.
God's time.
It's always God's time.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. And I also, even though people question me in my inbox, yes, I choose to be single. Mine was part of a choice and part of a curse. And my thing is that, it comes a time where you need to take a break and invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Love on yourself sometime.
Pamper yourself.
My thing is that I don't feel like I gotta have a man right now. Except for one thing. But I'm taking a break on that too.
What my crazy wallet?
I'm not about to be in that category where those women go to I don't need a man. I'm not gonna lie.
I got megaplex.
No, I'm not gonna make that claim either.
I'm not gonna say I don't need a man.
But the single women, you can find you a little friend. You know what I'm saying? Just get you a little friend. You ain't gotta be in a relationship. You ain't gotta be nothing committed. Just call me and handle the business.
But see, my thing is, I choose to be celibate because that's emotional. That's emotional for me. And my thing is that I feel like at the age of 50, it's not to be played with. And there's too many diseases out there now. And,
friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits, okay. But, with a paycheck, no, but not bisexual, no. We can't do that. No. We can make love. We can make love to each other's mind. We could do mental love.
Okay.
Yeah.
But physically,
Spicy. I'm gonna tell you how you can fix all of that.
What?
Dominique, I don't know. You might not understand. You might be a little young. Just find somebody and just goose.
But that's a friends with benefits.
No, he said goose.
No.
Like
bills and
rub on each other.
No, that don't even work.
He's talking about, okay, now he's not talking about friends with benefits. He's talking about a convenience.
But brother,
that's all that is.
That's all it is. I mean, that's all everybody say.
And I'm gonna be honest, as a female, like you said, Spicy, I could not do a buddy. I could not, because first of all, we as women, we are a special kind of creature.
Emotional.
Yeah. We, no matter what we say and what we do, we can have a buddy, but at the end of the day, that soul is gonna get connected.
Right. That's true. You're
gonna catch some feelings.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I can, I don't know.
Get a buddy.
But see, I've been told that a man cannot do that because he has to release. So I don't know. Is there a man that can actually go celibate for years?
No, Spicy. The doctor will tell you. The doctor will tell you that you got to release. You hold that in. Mm-hmm. Whatever you gotta do, eat your chicken, go to Megaplex, but you gotta get it out. You gotta get that out.
For real, in real talk, men can get sick behind it. We can get real sick.
Get sick.
Like,
they have to.
Wow.
So
that's true.
We have weapons. We need to be using them.
But see, this is another factor with Dwight and King D saying that, because you need to think, because you tried to use the Kit Kat as a weapon against that man.
Yeah, it's gonna backfire.
Now you try to withhold from that man. Now you heard what he just said.
With fire.
This is the reason why they go out. Somebody that's not gonna give them no problems.
Yeah,
they're gonna go with them girls in the club.
Well, there are some women that
provide the clothes and stuff.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going there together.
Like Keisha said, they're gonna go with the class D or grade D women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Go after them.
Yes, I do appreciate y'all. This has been so fun, and the rest of the month is based on relationship, because we got something really tasty for next week. And the taste that we have, I'm trying to get this thing. I'm gonna have to have this mouse checked out. Hold on, let's show it to y'all. There we go. The nature of cheating. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Somebody.
Get your thoughts.
Oh my God.
Because we are gonna tear this discussion up. So
oh
y'all,
my God.
That's me right there. I'm the dude right there that with the gun. That's me.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah. So y'all contemplate on that. We're gonna bring y'all something really tasty, and make sure that y'all tune in, share, because we are getting serious for the month of July. So we'll see you next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing up. I'll see you next week right here on what? The Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour.
Yes. Bye, people.